A fairy tale about the three little pigs and debt. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard. It's Bubba's Daily Update, and of course, I'm taping this about 30 minutes before the close because I got to do Fox, and I've got some other things that I got to do. I won't be able to do it after the close. But as we stand now, the Dow's down about 500. The NASDAQ futures are down around 60, and the S&P futures are down about 43. But the whole story today is about the pigs, Portugal, India, Greece, and Spain. But actually, it's Italy and Spain. That Italy doesn't want the new president. There's a little bit of a battle there. There's trouble with the currency. There's trouble with debt. But it really all comes down to debt. That's the debt bomb we've been talking about day after day. This is what it's going to look like when it finally comes in. And of course, you've got Italy now talking about getting out of the euro currency. We've talked about this for many, many months, about the euro going to possibly fail. I believe there will be a bounce here somewhere in the euro currency. This is not going to just end, as Brexit still hasn't ended yet. But it comes back down to debt. And you can see the treasuries here are exploding to the upside, bringing down interest rates because of all the money flow coming in. The 10-year's down to 2.8 after being over 3.1 last week. At the end of the day, again, you're seeing a flight to safety. The US dollar is pushing up towards that 95 level. These are all the issues that we've talked about ad nauseum here about what's going to happen and why this debt will eventually have to be funneled out and figured out. But for now, you're seeing some panic and fear. The VIX exploded today. We've seen one of the bigger down days. And again, since this is before the close, I would not be surprised to see it get even uglier going into the close. But what you haven't seen is you haven't seen the run to gold. You haven't seen the run to the cryptocurrencies, although they're a little bit higher today. So really what you're seeing is only money flowing into treasury bonds and into the US dollar, coming out of the equities. And of course, you've got, the story with Roseanne and Disney. But at the end of the day, these markets have way too much debt. We've allowed the banks to once again, create so much debt. We've got subprime credit cards, the whole deal going on here. So this could be a buying opportunity. This could be just a quick blow off to the downside. Volume was very heavy here today. Today's volume probably equates all of last week's volume. So keep that in mind when you're watching this. But you're seeing a dramatic push down. Now, we're not going straight down to zero no matter what happens. Even if this is part of the black swan event, there's going to be a bounce. They're going to give us an opportunity to sell if this is indeed what's going on here. But at the end of the day, the markets are under pressure right now. After they broke that downtrend and reversed, consolidated, and then broke to the upside, they're now breaking down. So now you bring the new lows that we made in February back into play here. So I wouldn't be surprised to see us. I thought we might go to the highs first. We may go to the lows first here. So this is the market that we have to watch. But with the volume coming out, with the jobs number coming out Friday, and with everything else, there's just so many issues. Oil is sold off again today. Now, again, I think oil is worthless anyway, so I'm looking forward to continue selling. But we hear this inflation talk and why there's no inflation. But in the meantime, the things that you and I do each and every day are inflating in price. So oil should come down. That could take some pressure off. But we've got some serious issues with debt to deal with here. I don't know what the Fed's going to do. I don't know if they're going to step in. But I think right now you see the work being done by the panic as they are pushing rates lower. You've got oil down about $1.50 today, but it was down much more, and it actually came back and is now kind of stabilized. I would expect to see a bounce in in oil before it sells off. The grain sold off late. They were stronger overnight. They look weak. I'm looking for buying opportunities now. I think that they sold off into areas where we'd possibly look to be buyers. The overall sell-off should not be a surprise because they had overbought them into last week as we rode over the weekend. So again, meats hogs are much higher. Cattle was somewhere around the unchanged level. But a lot of this stuff gets taken into account when everything is selling. Basically, everybody's just selling whatever they got. That's kind of the panic selling you're seeing right now. So this is a little bit of panic. Tomorrow morning will be an important look. If we flush today and flush in the morning, that's probably a great buying opportunity. If we get a gap higher in the morning, that's probably a great selling opportunity. That's really what we would look at. Again, If they continue to flush, that would mean more fear came in at night, push them down, and then you look for an opportunity to buy it. Very similar to Brexit, very similar to every big sell-off we've seen. So watch the opening tomorrow. A big rally should be sold. A big sell-off probably should be bought. That's it for today's Bubba's Daily Update. As always, I thank you for being here. Make sure you check out our high school investing program, highschoolinvesting.com. And if you'd like to help us out, go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. In the meantime, don't forget to catch the Bubba Show every day at 4 to 5 Eastern at LibertyTalk.fm. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. Sorry I had to go early, but duty calls. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later.